Today's question is, my husband has gained weight, stopped grooming himself like he used to, and is constantly in PJs and lazy clothing. Since the pandemic, his workplace gave him the option to work remotely, and for the most part, he does. He hasn't gotten lazy in other aspects, but when it comes to his appearance, he's really let loose. A part of what attracted me to him was that he took care of himself to the same standard that I did, and we both agreed that it was an important part of the relationship for us. I take care and pride in maintaining myself physically to the best of my ability. Neither of us are supermodels, but I think putting effort into how you present yourself is important. I haven't said anything to him, but I've noticed that I'm not in the mood to be as intimate with him, and it's starting to bother me quite a bit. I haven't mentioned anything to him about this, but I'm at a point where I'm worried if it goes on, things may change to a point where I may reconsider the relationship. What are your thoughts on this? Should I say something? Danny, not my real name. You said that he hasn't gotten lazy in other aspects, so I assume that, he's taking care of the things that he needs to, but have you considered that maybe he's depressed? A lot of the times when we get depressed, the first things that we tend to let go of is our physical selves. Because you've mentioned that he hasn't gotten lazy in other things, that to me is a big sign that, maybe he's down a little bit. And especially since he's not going into work, he's not interacting with people as much. So maybe, I don't know, you didn't mention if he's a social butterfly, if he's very extroverted or whatnot. So maybe that could be a play. Like maybe that isolation has impacted him in a negative way, and it's like been a downer for him. Maybe just not being in public as much sort of made him, like you said, let loose a little bit or too much in your opinion. We all want different things out of a relationship, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you want someone to be physically attractive, like you said, not a supermodel, but who takes care of themselves physically. If you do and you expect that out of your partner, I think it's very reasonable. I'm not surprised that, if that changes on their part, that it affects your level of attraction to them. It's completely normal. So your experience is completely normal, but maybe there's more to it than meets the eye. Maybe he's unhappy about something. Best way to address this is to actually just ask him how he's doing. If anything's bothering him, mention to him like, hey, I've noticed that you're not yourself lately. What's going on? Can I help with something? Are you okay? Sometimes it's really as simple as asking someone if they're okay, and they might end up surprising you with the answer, and you might end up really getting the shock of your life. Maybe he's unhappy in the relationship and he's not getting what he thought he would too. I mean, you never really know. So the only way I think you can address this is to actually sit down and talk to him, but from a place of love. You don't know what you might hear. Maybe he just hasn't recognized that he's let himself go. Sometimes when we let ourselves go over a long period of time, it creeps up slowly, so we don't notice it as much as other people do. So maybe if you bring that up to him, it'll wake him up and he'll be like, oh yeah, I don't feel like myself. I would say definitely bring it up to him, but bring it up in such a way where, you clearly still care. If you didn't care, I don't think you would be asking this question. You would probably just end the relationship and say, sayonara, like, I'm not attracted to you, bye. You do care. So I would just say, bring it up to him. Don't be confrontational. Just say, hey, I noticed this. Like, I noticed you're not yourself. Is there something going on you're not telling me about? I'm here for you. You can talk to me about anything. I think that that's the best way to breach the subject, and then go from there. And if he just simply doesn't really care anymore and doesn't place value on physical attractiveness as much and self-care like he used to, well, at that point, I think it's really, I guess, depending on how the conversation goes, but at that point, it's something that you're going to have to reflect on and decide, is this person more important to you as a human being than just that level of attraction? Attraction is important. Don't get me wrong. In romantic relationships, attraction is a must. Different things mean and matter to different people in different ways. So you just have to figure out what that looks like for you. And if it doesn't match up with the person that you're with, I hate to say it, but sometimes it's best to part ways because over time resentment will build up. So either you both decide to deal with it together, maybe as a couple, you guys can start working out together, going to the gym together, do like spa days, go hiking, anything that would bring you two closer and get you guys talking more, gets him out of the house a little bit more into the public eye. And maybe that will remind him of who he really is or who he was, and maybe he'll miss it. Sometimes it's really simple. Sometimes there's a deeper issue. It starts with communication. And I think that you still care, like I said, otherwise you wouldn't be asking this. So I would highly recommend sitting down with him and just talking to him with love and kindness, and be open to anything, because he might say something that you won't like, that's going to pull the rug out from under you, and you have to be prepared for that too. So just be ready for anything. Come with an open heart and an open mind, open arms, and I don't think you can go wrong. I hope things work out for you and you guys figure out what's going on. I hope that this situation brings you closer together as a result. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself and each other. I hope that my answer helped you at least a little bit. And by the way, if you have a question that you'd like me to answer, either put it in the comment section below. If you'd like to stay anonymous, send it to my Instagram DMs. Sign up for my newsletter so that way we can stay connected forever, because social media changes all the time. If you sign up to my newsletter, we'll always be able to stay in touch on our terms. Thanks so much. Take care and have a good one. Bye.